Hi, my name is June. I started studying at CITA in 2019, and after the graduation this year, I'm currently working as a research assistant at KDK Research in Computational Tool Development, and I have interest in the minimal usage of the material, which is especially concrete. In fact, how to minimize the use of concrete has been theoretically prepared over the last few decades. In other words, the most important part of this field is the simplification for fabrication of complex shape of concrete structures. So I researched it, making process of mesh geometry, and came up with the idea of 3D modeling by combining marching cube and octree system. Rather than a super dynamic curved structure, it is straight but manufacturable and sustainable. Besides, the straightening of structures leads to the ease of fabricating the formwork, and we have the advantage of being able to apply reinforced bars to topologically optimized concrete structures. There are more possibilities than I have found out so far, but at the same time, the difficulties of fabrication requires a higher level of understanding of computation. So I'm still working on computational tools at this moment and would like to make contribution to it at some point.
Hi, I'm Yu Chen Li. I originally from China and graduated from Computation in Architecture program in KDK. And I'm really happy to share my project with you guys. So my project in short is a research-based project that explores a new materiality, such as living materials, soft robotics, to build a novel design framework with non-human agency involved, which in this case a special bioluminescent algae. And to achieve this goal, I built my own modeling workflow and tool sets across multiple software that help design prediction and visualization. In the end, by designing the co-living space, it tries to embed reciprocal relationship with algae in our daily life and harvest secondary effects, such as aesthetic and emotional value. And the context about this project is, we should notice that we are in the Anthropocene, where human beings have altered the nature balance rapidly because of anthropocentrism. And during the last 250 years, and now we are required to confront anthropocentrism to include non-human agencies in our thinking and actions. However, for us architects to take actions, we should realize that our current design tools are developed in an anthropocentric way, including Velux, Ladybugs, LCA standards. Their main focus is humans' needs like human comfort, life detection, and they are not designed to include non-human agencies or multi-species. It's not that we need to leave the human dimension, but to decentralize human being as main characters and to consider a multi-species design strategy by developing a reciprocal relationship. And this opens an uncharted territory that forces us to reconsider our architecture design paradigm. And the project is after investigating the recent design cases and researches, including CETA's project, Fungi, and Bioloom. This project works on the methodology for multi-species cohabitation design, and it introduced the autotrophic bioluminescent algae as a specific non-human agency. And the design approach is composed of 4 parts: understand, relate, encode, and evaluate. First, understanding the needs of the non-human species, what environment they live in and the conditions. Second, relating their needs with human needs to create the design motivation. And third, encoding those needs and behaviors, both human and non-human, into a design framework as a guide to further design and thinking. The last one is to implement the framework in specific design cases to evaluate the functionality and the possibilities. The new technology in this project is it discuss how to implement the soft robotics in design to create a safe interface for interaction as well as dynamic behaviors. Self-built simulation and visualization tools were created to help designers to better understand the soft robotics and the bioluminescent behaviors and design according to the feedback.
Hi, I'm Dilara. I'm an architect and I graduated from CETA Studio in 2021. I'm interested in biomaterials, and my thesis project was about using mycelium as a new building material and designing the fibrous woven scaffolds. In my thesis research, I used woven scaffolds to grow mycelium to enrich biodiversity in Danish forests and strengthen human-nature relationship. Mycelium has a very important role in reforestation of Danish forests. By decomposing dead leaves and logs, it continues the carbon cycle and enriches the soil. It can be used to cleanse the soil from toxic and pollutant materials, and it could provide minerals such as nitrogen and phosphor back to the trees. Because we are running out of world resources, today architects and designers are investigating new sustainable materials. Mycelium is one of them. However, the application techniques used for mycelium in the architecture industry is challenging when scaling up, and current sterilization protocols used in labs are not suitable for non-sterile environment production. Molds used in the industry are rectangular and small, and mycelium is mostly dried. However, by weaving molds, it is possible to design various size structures. Using this technique in reforestation will be better for both humans and nature. I am still continuing my material research, and I'm looking forward to bridge the gap between architecture and mycelium.